Healthy coral reefs help to break down big waves, and mangroves absorb storm surge and help to protect our coastline.
Older and larger fish tend to carry more and healthier eggs than younger fish. Fish replenishment areas will allow fish to grow bigger and ensure that we have more fish now and in the future.
In a replenishment area, fish are free to grow and reproduce. As their populations increase, more fish will spill over into other areas where fishermen can increase their catch and their income.
I support the establishment of a marine protected area on my island.
I support the establishment of marine protected areas on my island.
I support the establishment of marine protected areas on my island.
I support the establishment of a marine protected area on my island, and you should too.
And you should too.
And you should too.
And you should too.
See the future with Bahamas Protected.
One of the things with Ill Ability's mission is to empower individuals to live life with limitless possibilities through positive interactions within communities worldwide.
There are many people around the world, able-bodied and differently able, who have doubts, who lack confidence, who aren't sure what they want to do with their lives, or don't think that they can do what they would like to do, what they dream of doing. And we try to show them that if you have a dream and you stop making excuses for yourself as to why you cannot or should not pursue your dream or your passion, then there are no limits to what you can achieve.
Like when someone sees my dance, I want them to see that message that no matter what obstacles they're faced with, they can always find a way to do it their own way.
Your #1 team in the North. Only the sun covers the Bahamas better.
And that's going to do it for us here live at Resorts World's Bimini. On behalf of our entire ZNS News team, we want to say thank you so much for tuning in. I'm Jolanda Thompson-Everest. The Bahamas Tonight starts now.
ZNS News is brought to you by the new BTC. Fiber is here. Faster, stronger, more reliable. Together, we are unstoppable. Switch today.
First at 11. As the political temperature in the country continues to rise, the FNM wasting no time to introduce candidates for the next general election tonight. Also, the Minister of Education condemning the recent attack on a school principal over on Grand Bahama. The man was arrested while picking up his child's report card. And after life-altering surgery, removing a tumor from the head of conjoined twins, the mother providing an update on the surviving children and their lives 5 years later. The Bahamas Tonight at 11 starts now. Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the broadcast. We now know some of the candidates who will run on the opposition Free National Movement's ticket in the 2026 general elections. The party named its first 16 candidates earlier this evening at its Mackey Street headquarters. Felicity Darville leads us off tonight, new at 11.
A monumental night for the Free National Movement as they have listed 17 candidates that will vie for a seat in Parliament in the next general elections. And the strategy we have seen Mr. Pintard come with is that almost every representative that is being presented tonight comes from the constituency that they hope to represent in the House of Assembly. That's in the Family Islands and in New Providence. And we have with us a senator who is looking to step from the upper house to the lower house and get down to the level of the people.
Thank you very much. I want to, first, I'm very grateful to God for an opportunity to serve again in Parliament and the House of Assembly and to serve the Bahamian people at another level. I believe that we offer an opportunity for Bahamians to have a country that they can be proud of, a government that is accountable, a government that is transparent, and a government that is determined to deliver best for our children in this country. We can do better than we're doing. And Michael Pintard under his leadership, I believe we can get there.
Now, why South Beach?
South Beach is a part of the Bahamas that is crying out for transparent, accountable leadership, dedicated and committed to serving the people. Too often, the Bahamians send us to Parliament and we forget who sent us there. And so we go off and do our own thing. We need to be attentive to the needs and hear what the people are saying when they send us to represent their views. That's why I'm going to South Beach. That's why they asked me to come.
Now, Senator, I didn't know you could dance like that. You feel excited tonight?
I felt something in the air out here. I mean, it's electric out here. Thousands of people in the yard here. We're having a good time and we're happy. F&M, man, F&M. That's what we're saying out here.
Well, there you have it. We are joined by his fellow senators, and we're Mr. Ruben Raming and Ms. Michaela Barnett, as they intend to put their best foot forward going into the next general election. Royston, back to you in studio.
Thank you, Felicity. The government securing its 57th industrial agreement Thursday, a significant feat which paves the way for a series of benefits to members of the Bahamas Doctors Union. Among them, paid paternity leave up to 15 days. Lloyd Allen reports from the Office of the Prime Minister.
Following more than 2 years of negotiation, a point of consensus has been reached between the Senior Doctors Union and the government, paving the way for a new industrial agreement. The signing taking place on Thursday at the Office of the Prime Minister.
As in negotiations, there are some ups, some downs, but through it all, we remained optimistic that an agreement not only was possible, but that it would happen sooner rather than later.
Now, according to the Honorable Pia Glover-Roll, this is a monumental signing as it also paves the way for a number of accomplishments.
We signed an agreement with the Bahamas Doctors Union, and now through today's agreement with the CPSA, we've ensured progress towards improved compensation, increased compensation, improved benefits, and fair standards for all doctors now working in the public healthcare system.
President of the Consultant Physician Staff Association, Dr. Sherelle Lockhart, said the issue of doctors signing in remains an issue moving forward.
From our perspective, there is lots of work that is done when we are not in the four walls of an institution, and so our concern is to make sure that those times and hours are captured. And so we certainly need to come to an agreement as to how to capture that time that we are working outside of the four walls.
Other benefits include paid paternity and adoption leave, the increase of leave benefit for senior physicians, comprehensive group medical insurance, as well as remuneration for year 3, 4, and 5.
The industrial agreement now will last for 1 year, so we go back to the table around the same time next year.
As we deliver as a government on these dozens of agreements, it's also time that you hold your members accountable for productivity, for quality customer service, and for an honest day's work in exchange for an honest day's pay.
For the Bahamas Tonight, I'm Lloyd Allen.
Thanks, Lloyd. The 2025-2026 fiscal budget has passed and is now headed to Government House for the Governor General's stamp of approval. Once the budget receives the Governor General's assent, it is officially enacted and published in the Gazette, becoming the legal framework for the government's financial operations. Well, senators burned the midnight oil last night to pass the government's fiscal plan before the July 1st deadline. Senate government business leader and Minister of Economic Affairs, Senator the Honorable Michael Halkitis, wrapped up the session with satisfaction.
Before I move the final adjournment, I would like to once again thank senators for their excellent contributions to the budget debate, to their full attendance all during the debate, the high quality and excellent delivery of all the presentations in this debate, and thank them once again. It has been a pleasure, and so, Madam President, I move that the Senate do now adjourn.
More beefed up patrols on school campuses throughout the country following last week's attack on McLean's Town School principal in Grand Bahama. Acting Prime Minister and Minister of Education, Technical and Vocational Training, the Honorable Glenys Hannah Martin, says her ministry is now exploring new security measures to protect the school community nationwide.
Had a small discussion with the Attorney General to begin to look at that. But of course, we have been progressively advancing safety protocols as we are confronted with situations. In that instance, that's a very small school. It's in a very you could call remote area. And so some might say it was an expectation you might not have had. But we know that you have to expect the unexpected now, wherever it is, in our schools, regardless of size, location, etc.
A 27-year-old Grand Bahama man has since been charged with assaulting that school's principal as he went to collect his nephew's report card. The education minister condemning the attack and is now sending this strong appeal.
It's a very egregious, unacceptable incident, caused tremendous harm, physical and psychological. But we want to send a strong message to anyone who believes they can come on the campus as bullies or to take over the campus. That, first of all, we're going to deal with you as you access, because we're putting in stringent access protocols, including student identification. But even when parents come on the campus, we're talking with security now about it being escorted, so they're not allowed to just walk in.
The government intercepting another fake social media post, alleging this time the Office of the Prime Minister has announced the Bahamas is no longer recognized as a part of the Caribbean. According to Communications Director in the Office of the Prime Minister, Latre Ramming, the message is rooted in disinformation and is likely to increase as the country approaches next year's general election.
There is no formal statement endorsed by the Prime Minister referring to the country not being a part of CARICOM. We want to advise Bahamians that to really scrutinize the information they have, to pay close attention to official government channels, the Office of the Prime Minister, myself as Director of Communications, and to ensure that the information that is being placed out there is accurate and is correct. But we are aware that we are heading in towards an election season, and you're going to see a lot of this type of activity happening.
Still to come, the blaze in Adelaide has been contained. You're watching the Bahamas tonight at 11. More news in just a moment.
Imagine a world where every brand knows your name and every store awaits your arrival. Elite shopping, travel where luxury is a lifestyle and every journey feels like home. Dine where every flavor is just for you, every table reserved, and every moment a taste of perfection. Make every big moment even bigger. Experience banking where wealth isn't just managed, it's maximized. Step into a world without limits. Commonwealth Bank, leader in personal banking services.
Just what is it that you want to do? And we want to have a good time. We want to be free to do what we want to do.
Throughout our lifetime, we must all make decisions. No matter how we choose, the right one just needs to be made. Like having J.S. Johnson Insurance Agents and Brokers as your insurance partner. We've been serving the Bahamas for over 100 years. Whether you need home, motor, marine, or commercial insurance, make the right decision. Call 397-2100 or visit jsjohnson.com.
JS Johnson Insurance. Peace of mind.
This portion of the news is brought to you by Bahamas Striping Group of Companies, where safety is first.
New provisions governing temporary work permits for cruise lines as well as shipping and port agents begin July 1st. According to the Department of Immigration, these regulations apply specifically to cruise line or cruise ship operators on private islands nationwide. Cruise line employees engaged in performing guest services on private islands, excluding water sports and security personnel, are subject to the new amended regulations. Stakeholders are encouraged to review the regulations for all applicable requirements and protocols and to make the necessary adjustments to their operational planning. That raging bushfire in western New Providence near the Coral Harbor and Adelaide communities continuing to be monitored by police fire officials. Firefighters spent hours battling the blaze that forced the evacuation of some residents and the closure of several streets. Police Commissioner Shanta Knowles confirms the fire has been contained for now and additional resources have been acquired to ensure safety.
So we know that fire has been burning for a couple days.
My teams from the fire department have been on that location for a few days, up to 1 o'clock this morning. I was talking to my fire commander, Demers Ambrista, who has given me an update. We know that where it's burning, our vehicles can't get to it access the fire as easily as they would want to. We have gotten the assistance from community partners in obtaining heavy equipment so that we can form fire breaks. And that has helped us to prevent the fire from getting to homes in that area. And they are still on the scene of trying to extinguish that fire.
The police commissioner disclosed that recent fires have prompted officials to obtain additional resources to combat bushfires nationally.
You know, the Prime Minister spoke about the fact that we have already submitted our documents for it, and so did the Minister. We do know that one engine takes about 17 months to be completed. And then, of course, then they have to be shipped. But I've asked for about 21 pieces of equipment to come to us, which includes 4 tankers, 3 ladder trucks, and then, of course, the others are pump trucks. And so hopefully, and they will all be outfitted with gear for our officers.
A man and woman, both 29 years old, are in custody tonight after anti-gang and firearm investigation task force officers, assisted by their K-9 unit colleagues, seized a firearm from a residence on Major Road in Yellow Elder. Police say it was around 1 o'clock this morning when the officers executed a search warrant, confiscated the unlicensed firearm and a quantity of ammunition in a western bedroom. An investigation into this matter continues. It's been 5 years since doctors performed an historical life-altering surgery, removing a tumor from the head of conjoined twins, resulting in one of them never making it to full term. The surviving twin, Jed Russell, is still facing a number of health challenges, but is said to be making some positive steps towards a normal life. His other brother, Michael, who was in a separate sac in his mother's womb, survived and is a normal, thriving toddler. Altogether, 3 babies, 2 survived. Jed's mother, Cecilia Russell, disclosed his progress during the recent Making Miracles book launch.
Had a total of 12 major surgeries, and we did, we've moved from here to United States, and now we've also traveled to Asia, to Hong Kong, and so his speech is very good now. He has vocabulary. He's not in school yet because he is still in a wheelchair, and we tried to find the right school here, but unfortunately they didn't get a school to accept him here, so we're taking him to Asia.
Michelle Knowles has a look at what's coming up in sports tonight. Michelle?
VJ Edgecombe going 3rd overall to the Philadelphia 76ers. Details of that story coming up in sports.
You've got termites and need to get rid of them fast? Trust Rent-A-Kill Initial. With over 60 years experience in the Bahamas, the global brand, training, and expertise can't be beat. Only Rent-A-Kill Initial gives you a 3-year warranty and payment plan options on termite fumigation. No one can match the range of treatments we offer, such as fumigation, pre-construction treatments, termite monitoring, and more. No matter where you are in the Bahamas, we will come to you. When it comes to complete termite eradication, there's only one name, Rent-A-Kill Initial.
Bahamas Striping Group of Companies, we have been in Exuma now for the past 4 years, carrying out our paving program. A part of our company's philosophy is to do some work to international standards. So when you look at our paving division, we have a state-of-the-art lab to do all of our testing in-house, as well as a state-of-the-art asphalt plant with a trained technician carrying out the work on that site. The overarching goal of our company is to produce the work that we're doing in the entire Bahamas to international standards. We also make a difference by the training of our staff. We have a very intensive training program going on to where we are teaching young men how to learn the art of striping. Being a young man myself, I've made mistakes in the past. I was given a second chance to better my life, and it's only fitting that we pass that along. What's important for us is giving them a second chance for them to get a skill and a career that could take them further in life.
The thought of colon cancer never really crossed my mind until 2019, when a very good friend of mine was diagnosed with stage 4 colon cancer. I was shocked. Everybody was shocked because he was a picture of perfect health. He was young, athletic, successful, and full of life. Many of us are still in disbelief. I started to question my own health. Because if it happened to him, surely it could happen to me. Then came the fear, the anxiety, and everything else in between. Facing your own mortality is very sobering. But for me, I decided right then to have a colonoscopy. And I'm glad I did.
Colon cancer is the third most common cancer diagnosed in Bahamian men and women. Fortunately, almost all colon cancers are preventable. A colonoscopy or some other appropriate form of colon cancer screening is recommended for everyone over the age of 45. During a colonoscopy, we can detect and remove colon polyps that may grow and later become colon cancers. Don't wait until you develop symptoms, such as blood in your stool, abdominal pain, a significant change in your bowel habits, or unintentional weight loss. These may all be indications of a severe problem that requires immediate attention. If you're over the age of 45 or have any of those symptoms, talk to your doctor about the benefits of colon cancer screening today.
The Philadelphia 76ers select VJ Edgecombe.
It was the announcement heard around the Bahamas. Welcome to your Thursday Sports Check, everyone. I'm Amajal Knowles. Topping sports, Valdez Edgecombe Jr. becoming the fourth Bahamian first-round pick in the NBA draft in the past 10 years. Last night, joining Buddy Hield, DeAndre Ayton, and Kai Jones, Edgecombe was taken third overall by the Philadelphia 76ers after a stellar freshman season for the Baylor Bears that would see him take home Big 12 Freshman of the Year. After you would hear his name called, an overjoyed Edgecombe would embrace his mom, Bendra, and proceed to walk up the Barclays Center stage and greet NBA Commissioner Adam Silver and officially become the newest member of the Philadelphia 76ers. Edgecombe speaking about that moment.
Just tears of joy, knowing the hard work and what all it took for me to just get there at this point. I mean, it's the best feeling in the world. I ain't gonna lie. I don't think I ever felt something like this before.
Now, while this game speaks for itself, VJ's draft night fit, of course, stealing the show as well. The proud Bimini native took to the stage in a full black suit created by his brother. And while he had dozens of family and friends back home watching, they still were with him in Brooklyn on his big night.
So yeah, this is me and my family. Just baby pictures of me. Got me, my little sisters in there, my mommy, my brothers. Got 3 of them in there. My cousin right here. Someone that been man, through thick and thin. Like I know if it's anyone that got my back, he got my back for sure. So shout out RJ, man.
How did you get all that arranged and done?
I ain't do it.
Who'd you call? How did they do it? How'd you find the pictures?
So I had the pictures. They told me to send the pictures over. And that's the only thing I did. The only thing I did was choose the pictures. My brother handled the rest of that.
Now, VJ enters a unique situation in Philadelphia. While he is a top 3 pick, he adds to a team that missed the playoffs this year, but isn't one devoid of talent, with stars Joel Embiid, Tyrese Maxey, and Paul George. And while there may not be instant pressure on him, the Philadelphia fan base is known to be one of the more rambunctious fan bases in all of sports. VJ with this message to Sixers fans.
The same person that the people in Bimini get, the same people that the person in New York get. It's just the same. I'm coming in to work, play my heart out for the name on the front, not on the back. I mean, the name on the front is what really matters to me. So that's what I'm going there to just play hard every given night. Any chance I think I can step on the floor, so yeah.
Now, also weighing in on the accomplishment would be the nation's chief prime minister, Honorable Philip Davis, who acknowledged the players who helped pave the way for Edgecombe, while adding that the Bahamas shines bright once again on the global stage, in a small island nation producing a world-class talent with heart, grit, and determination. Adding that BJ's journey from Bimini to becoming the 3rd overall pick in the NBA draft is nothing short of incredible. It shows our young people that the dream is real, the path is possible, and that greatness can rise from anywhere in the country. Ending his statement by saying, 242 to the world. And over in Bimini, the island was certainly buzzing with excitement after the call was made. If you scrolled anywhere on social media this morning, I'm sure you would have seen a number of videos from residents celebrating their son of the soil going 3rd overall culminating with a motorcade taking place on the island as well. Now, VJ is expected to have his full introductory presser with the Sixers sometime in the coming days. We'll keep you posted on that as well. That's been a look at your sports on this Thursday. Until tomorrow, I'm Amajal Knowles, signing out.
idea of taking swimming lessons to the Bahamian public was something that we thought was a great idea, so we started Let's Swim Bahamas.
I've always been a learn to swim coach and a life-saving coach, and so this is now my turn to kind of really see learn to swim being developed.
Although we ran swift swimming for some 30 years and we offered Let's Swim lessons, we knew we were only touching a small percentage of the Bahamian public.
I enjoy the children and how happy and excited and joyful they are. I mean, some of them come from maybe hard homes. Maybe they're bullied at school. Who knows what they have, but when they come here, it's a very positive thing for them.
At the end of the day, more kids will be fulfilled, more kids will have a life-saving skill, and more kids will stay away from crime.
Crime-free.
Looks like me.
Do your part. Join the movement to a safer Bahamas.
A lot of our young men and women, they look forward to being around the game of basketball so much because a lot of their community is infested with crime and violence. It's always been a passion of mine to make sure to channel these young men and women in the right direction to sports. Basketball and being in this environment is a safe haven for them in terms of what they need to do to get out. You have leadership conference to help these young men and women to understand the importance of making the right choice. I tell all of my athletes, when you go to school, help yourself, stay focused. Use basketball, don't let basketball use you. I love the game. The game has been good to me, and I just want to give back to the young people who have opportunity so the game can be good to them. Crime-free looks like me.
Do your part. Join the movement to a safer Bahamas.
It's time now for a weather check with Chief Meteorologist Basil Dean. Good evening, Basil, on this wet Thursday.
Good evening, Royston. Yes, lots of rain fell along the 700 islands today, and much of that is now drying up as that upper level low is lifting towards the north. So we'll see a bit of clearing tonight, but by tomorrow morning, some of it will return during the early morning hours, but by tomorrow afternoon, everything will pull out of the area, and we will have a pretty nice weekend shaping up for you. And your temperatures around the island, 79 degrees in Marshall, Babaco, Greentoll, Key, and Freeport, Grand Bahama at 81 degrees, the Berry Islands 82. 82 also in Allenstown, Bimini. Harbor Island 83 degrees, Rock Sound in Luther at 81. Otterstown, Cat Island 81 degrees, 82 in Black Point, Exuma, and Camp Space at Andros. Fresh Creek, Central Andros at 79 degrees. 81 again in Georgetown, Exuma, Rum Key, and San Salvador. In Betsy Bay, McGorner, Crooked Island, Clarence Sound, Long Island, and Ragged Island, also accidents. All of them reporting 82 degrees. Matthew Tiny with a warm spot at 85, and the Turks and Caicos Islands at 84 degrees. Your forecast tonight, we're looking at partly cloudy and warm as those rains will be drying up. 79 degrees for your low temperature. And tomorrow, it's going to be a little bit of breeze in the morning, otherwise cloudy most of the time, with your high temperature getting up to 89 degrees. Your extended weather forecast forecast is looking like this. Improving weather conditions right through Saturday, but come Sunday, we'll find those showers and thunderstorms return to the forecast area, and that will be with us until we head into the middle part of next week. But most importantly, we'll keep those temperatures below the 90-degree mark, and that will hold right into Monday of next week. Thereafter, we'll find our way into the 90s. Royson.
Thank you, Basil. Well, that's going to do it for the Bahamas tonight at 11. Thank you for continuing to make ZNS your first choice for news and information. Only the sun covers the Bahamas better than ZNS. Thank you for watching, and good night.
At Tonic Williams Darling Highway, I'm Tajaro Hudson. This is ZNS.